Very well. Remember, we're also streaming live on standardmedia.co.ke and on our YouTube channel as well. Talk to us across our social media platforms at ktnnews KE, at Danny Sasseto. Our hashtag is Newsdesk. And now go straight to a top story. These are: the Departmental Committee on Energy is meeting today. The Cabinet Secretary for the Ministry of Energy and Petroleum, Opiyo Ndai, and other stakeholders regarding the importation of substandard petroleum products not within the G2G framework. CS Ndai is under parliamentary scrutiny over the importation of 68 to 128 million litres of substandard petrol by One Petroleum Limited. Let's cross over and listen in.
Efficient stocks. For PMS, the stocks we have should be able to cover us for the next 2 weeks. But as we speak, tomorrow, there's a vessel which will be berthing to discharge 50,000 MT. You know, the way stocks operate is on a replenishment model. As we evacuate, a ship comes and discharges. So it's already confirmed, the ships which are lined up, that will be able to sustain the market for the longest. For AGO, we have a cover for 13 days. Again, there's a ship which started discharging over the weekend, and immediately it finishes discharging, obviously those days will go up. And it goes on, it's a cycle. So again, just to emphasize what the CS has said, we have sufficient stocks in the country.
Allow me to give Edward to respond to the question by the Honorable Chair.
Well, thank you, Honorable Chair. So in terms of international best practice, in terms of strategic stocks, we have countries internationally keeping between 60 and 90 days. Like the EU keeps 90-day stocks. That is based on the net imports. So they have stock that can cover about 3 months in case of serious disruption to their supply chain. The US today, if you look at what they were holding by 13th March 2026, was about 64 days cover in terms of net imports. Honorable Chair, I think in the same line, we had legal notice number 43 of 2008, which had basically charged the National Oil Corporation of Kenya with the function of preservation of strategic stocks for the country for 90 days. However, I think the issue of funding, the way the funding was to be done, it was to be done through appropriations from Parliament. That was never crystallized. I think, Chair, that is why we had to relook at that regulation, and we have reopened it to other modes of keeping of strategic stocks, akin to what is happening in where we are getting, currently we are sourcing our petroleum. You find that we are also getting petroleum out of places like Rotterdam, Antwerp, and also a place like Singapore. Those people don't have petroleum reserve stocks, but they have reserves kept there by external parties. So if we were to think about the same thing, Honorable Chair, in Mombasa, we use it as a transshipment point where a big boy can come and build tanks and keep their stocks there. And in case like the source markets like the Middle East where there's this trouble, then they can transship that stock here, and we use it for other parts of the country with the first point of use as Kenya, the first right of use as Kenya. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
And Waziri, you have made it very clear, and we are really looking forward to the ministry engaging private persons or sectors or countries to come and do that, as what Kenya has just indicated. Earlier you had indicated that you are looking for strategic partners. Actually, we had this conversation when I was the chair in 2019, and the volumes and the figures were so huge that the country by then would not have been able to actually be able to do a funding to have a strategic reserve for over 60 days. So we understand what is required, and it is important for us. So okay, are we done? Okay, are we done?
I wanted you to give me a chance to allow the acting MD of EPRA
okay,
to say something.
And basically tell us whether the responses have come back after 12 notices gone out.
Thank you so much, CS. Through you,
Honorable Chair and honorable members.
You start with us and then...
Okay, thank you. I'll start with you.
This is
thank
not
you.
a ministry's...
Okay, thank you. May I start again then?
Karibu.
Honorable Chair and members, may I just confirm that as EPRA, we have been doing a lot to ensure that the fuel shortage the country is experiencing does not escalate. First, Honorable Member, Chair and honorable members, on 8th of April, we issued a letter to all the OMCs warning them against hoarding, because we got some intelligence that some could be hoarding the product in anticipation of the price increases. After that, we started a very serious crackdown to ensure that we do inspections everywhere, that they comply with their license conditions and they don't hoard the product. Through that, we issued 25 so-called letters to OMCs, whom our teams on the ground found had some malpractices. Some of them were selling products above the recommended pump prices, which we had announced as EPRA, and the administrative actions are being taken as required. Maybe allow me to reiterate, Chair and honorable members, that I think my CS has talked about the pump prices tomorrow. Let the country be calm. We are doing a lot in consultation with the CS and other government agencies and even the head of state to ensure that this issue does not really impact our economy negatively.
We'll continue to follow up on that matter, and seemingly the EPRA has just confirmed that there's a fuel shortage.